Hi everyone, welcome back to another Lifestyle Sunday video. Today I thought I would talk about empty wall spaces, which is kind of a random subject. I have this dilemma anytime that I kind of move furniture around and I have like this big empty wall space and I have no idea where to start or what to do with it. So I figured that I would make a video about it. My goal was to utilize things that I already have in my home and just use them in different ways and unconventional ways and just kind of get your creativity going. So these are just some of the ideas that I came up with. But before we get into this video, I would love it if you guys take a second to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I do lifestyle videos like this once a week, and then I also do beauty and fashion. It would mean so much if you guys could subscribe, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into the video. So I thought we would start off with the area behind me, which is my current filming station. I have this large empty wall and I decided to put wallpaper on it. So this is an idea that you can also do in your own home. If you have a large wall and it's kind of like the center focal point of your room, you could definitely either put like a fun accent color to it, or what I did is I did this really fun and unique wallpaper. I got it on a website called Wallpapers to Go, I believe, and I will leave all the information listed down below. So with this wall, what I did is I had already hung up this mirror, so I can't move this mirror because it is permanently attached to this wall. So you could pretend like this mirror is either a large painting or a mirror like it is in this video, or you could replace it with whatever picture frames that you guys have in your home. So what I did is I put this bench underneath and then I added a table next to it. And these are colors that you don't think would normally go together, but I'm going to show you guys how you can tie color schemes in together. So on top of that, I decided to go with the lamp because I did want this to be kind of a place where I could set up and read if I wanted to, or just really use it for anything. Because there was such a stark contrast between the pink and the white, I decided to add these chevron pillows that tie in that black together. So this is something that you can do as well. If you have two different colored furnitures that don't necessarily go together, try tying them in by adding an accessory that pulls that other stronger color in. So to soften it up a little bit, I decided to add a throw to it. If you're lucky enough, your throw comes with a super cute puppy. Just kidding, but you guys know now. Since I have ceramic floors, it gets really cold in this area, so instead of a throw, I decided to throw down one of these little furry shaggy rugs. These are super inexpensive. You can find them at places like IKEA, Homegoods. And now all that's left to do is to add a little bit of your personality by adding some accessories of your choice. Another tip that I can give you is if you are trying to place different accessories on a table, keep it to a minimum. If you have too many things on there, it can look a little bit cluttered. I also think it's really appealing to the eye to add different dimensions of height. So I use books to make things a little bit taller to just make it a little bit more interesting to look at. So another idea for a wall very similar to this, or maybe you don't have enough room for an entire bench, is to just use a regular chair, and then in place of a table, if you have some sort of cube or ottoman, you could totally use that as a table. And it's super easy to accessorize it with just a couple of books for a little bit of color and interest. You could definitely use books that will tie in different color schemes. You can make the place a little bit more functional by leaving it completely plain and not adding anything on top, so that you can add whatever you bring in. So if you're having coffee, you have a place to put your coffee cup, things like that. Or let's say you don't have a table at all, I have a solution for that. You can put those books that are stored away to use and just stack them and make your own coffee table out of them. I think this idea is super fun and it's a great way to bring your personality into any room. I would start by placing all the larger books at the very base of the stack and then put the smaller ones at the very top just to create a really sturdy balance. And then I just placed a bowl on top of that because it makes it a really great place to catch things. So this would be a really good sitting area near the door, especially if you live in a very small place but you still need an extra seating area that kind of serves as a place where you could put your things down and also sit down and put your shoes and things like that. And then I would also add just a cozy blanket to make that area nice and cozy, or you could switch it over to the fuzzy throw, which I think this way looks so fun and so girly and just really adds a lot of interest to the room. So here's a perfect example of having a ginormous wall and having no idea what to do with it. This wall is in front of my kitchen. I'm sure you guys have seen it so many times, but I went back and forth debating on what I wanted to do with that wall. At first I thought I wanted to hang up pictures, and then I thought I would hang up those really cool mirrors that kind of look like windows to give the illusion that there's actually windows, but they looked a little too rustic for my taste. You guys know my taste is a little more contemporary and modern with a little bit of classic mixed in there. And then I thought about doing a sitting area with chairs very similar to the ones that I showed you earlier in the video, but there just wasn't enough space in that area, so I needed to do something that was really close to the wall, and I just didn't want to do just paintings. I wanted to make that area functional. So what I did is I added this large leaning mirror, which not only opens up the space, but it also brings in lots of light, because I do have a lack of windows in my house, and you would know that if you watch my recent tag video. I love that it solves those two problems, but then it wasn't really functional in the way that I wanted it to be. So I found this table. It's amazing because it doesn't take up any visual space, so it still leaves the area feeling nice and open, but you can put things on top of it. That could be the place that you put all of your belongings and things like that. And then to maximize the space even more, I wanted to add some benches underneath. This also makes it aesthetically pleasing. It gives it texture, warmth, because I feel like without something soft like these stools, it would be a little too cold, and that's not the look that I like to go for my home. And then when we have guests over and we need extra additional seating, these work great because you can pull them out, bring them into the living room or wherever you need them, and people have additional seatings to sit down. This next idea is also a multi-purpose type of sitting area. This is more designed for a smaller space, somewhere that you don't necessarily have a place to put a table and things like that. So you start with your chair, of course, and then I have this really cool table. I believe they call them Z tables. I'm not sure, but these are really cool because you can tuck them underneath the chair, and then whenever you need them, you can pull them out. And for something like this, I would use a standing lamp because it takes up way less space than an actual table, but you still have the ability to have light coming in whenever you need it. So this is a good place for you to do your work, homework. So it's like a little portable office that you can pull out whenever you need it. And the pictures that you see in this video, they're kind of set off to the side, and I really love the way it looks because the light kind of reflects on the pictures and it just makes it look really cozy. But you can definitely shift the pictures and put them down the center so it's all aligned. So those are all the ideas that I have to share with you guys. I hope you find the video helpful, and I hope you get some inspiration from it. So before you go, I want to know which one was your favorite setup. Let me know down in the comments down below. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys next time. Mwah.